So we just got back from our walk. Yale thinks he has a sty on his eye.
Oh, no, I do.
Which eye? Yeah, it's looking kind of red.
Yeah, it's not happy.
It's looking kind of stylish.
It just come up this afternoon.
So, haven't updated in a while. Had a new biology test, got a 96. Had a new calculus test, got a 95. Was kind of sad about that, missing that one question. Had an organic chemistry test. Haven't got a grade back on that yet. Kind of nervous about it. Y'all didn't have
Well, you
anything to
shouldn't
say.
be nervous. All I want to know is that I heard you say something just a few minutes ago about going to go get food. Like delicious food.
Yeah, 'cause tomorrow's the day that I've been talking about all week about how I'm gonna like stop eating poorly.
We ate poorly. That's for sure.
I had s'mores last night. My dad also bought like cashew peanut brittle and a pan of like Danish cookies.
And
So
we got 2 boxes of cookies at
Aldi.
and Oreos at Aldi.
Okay, so we're not gonna talk. We're just gonna stop talking about it. We're gonna
So,
correct our sins tomorrow.
We've decided that tomorrow's going to be the day to start eating clean, and tonight
We haven't been. We've still been gymming, and I think that's my only saving grace why I haven't gained my weight back. For those of you who aren't regular followers, I've lost over 100 pounds, and it took me like a year and a half of diet and exercise to do it. No pills, no surgeries, or no nothing. I started out at over 300 pounds, and my goal weight is still like 170, but I'm still like 35-ish pounds from that, maybe 40 pounds from that.
Well, yeah, we did walk 1.5 miles tonight, I think.
No, baby, we walked 2 miles.
Did we walk 2 miles?
Yes, we
Didn't
did.
sound like we walked
It's
that
because we
much.
talked the whole time.
Well, I guess so.
So, I don't know what we're going to eat tonight, but it's going to be like our goodbye meal.
It's going to be very sinful.
Probably,
Rest assured.
I'm probably going to have french fries from somewhere. So, last night, somebody that come to my fire tried to dampen my good time.
Oh, well, yeah. But it didn't.
It didn't, though. Somebody told me that I'm too old to be going to medical school and that my dreams are just stupid. What I wish I had said last night was that when I was fresh out of school, there's no way that I would have had the appreciation and or ability to make it through the depths of medical school, because I wasn't a strong person then. I mean, I felt like I was a strong person, but now I've like lived through hell and back with Emerson, and I feel like it's what I was called to do, and I feel like I'm doing a disservice to Emerson's legacy if I do not follow through with what lessons I learned from his life. There's a lot of things that I want to do charity-wise. I really want to work with special needs kids. I would love to help say that I helped find a cure for cancer. I'm not sure that one's ever going to come, but just to know that I put in effort on that, helping families who have medically needy experiences. Like, it's such a navigation, it's such a life-altering thing when you have, you have such significant needs. It's and there's a financial burden there too that I would like to be able to help with. I know that that's where the hate spewed out from last night when I said something about that I had been thinking about radiology as my specialty, and how one of my friends had joked that I would be making like $33,000 a month, and when you broke that down, it was like $8,300 a week. And she asked me what I was gonna do, and I was like, I'm gonna buy the nice cheese that I never buy because it's too expensive. And she was like, don't forget me. And I was like, cruises for everybody, you know. And it was a joke, but I think when people hear you talk about the money aspects of, oh, I'm gonna go into something that requires a great deal of time and dedication, but I'm gonna get a pretty decent paycheck out of it, they get like real angry and upset. And I don't even know that he was angry and upset. I think that it was a deflection. You know what I mean? Like, he was like, it's not for me. I'm like, okay, I didn't say it was for you, but I have a 4.0 right now, and I feel like it is for me. Why should it not be for me just because I'm in my 30s now? Is there something wrong with being in your 30s and going to school?
No, and that's the first thing that people always say when they're, it's some underlying jealousy or inadequacy. You say, hey, I'm, doing this. I'm going to school, and they say, no, that's not for me. It's like you're just basically telling them what you're doing.
I don't care if it's not for you. If you want to just stay at home and work, this person doesn't work a minimum wage job, but I'm like, if you wanted to stay at home and work a minimum wage job for the rest of your life, I don't care. You got to do what you feel like you're called to do. I don't know, just telling me that he felt like my ship had sailed, like, it's so funny how, like, obviously I've given it a lot of thought, but at the same time, the me from like 3 years ago would have probably cried over it, but the me from this year, I've already put in a year of school. I'm on my 4th semester back in my 30s, and I'm killing it, and I'm gonna still kill it. And I'm going to do it. I don't... Kills me. Oh, you're too old to do something. Okay, right, because I'm dying tomorrow. Something wrong with people if they give up on their dreams just because of their age. It's all about your mentality and what you're willing to do. What you're willing to put up with. What you're willing to put in and sacrifice. To what are you going to put in to get back? There's a lot of people who are not built for the road that I'm walking right this very moment. I can't help it. I'm built for it. I'm going to do it. There's nothing in my mental or my intelligence or whatever, I don't know what you call it, like there's not gonna be any hang up on my part. Like, I'm committed. I'm putting in. I'm ready to go. I feel like if I do not try to do this, then I'm not doing what God called me to do, what the lessons that my life have led me to this point to do, and I'm going to miss a huge opportunity, and I'm going to look back when I am, say, 42 and be like, I could have been a doctor by now. I'd have been done with medical school and residency by now.
Yeah, you don't want those regrets.
As I hold my phone. Anyway, so I've just ranted for like 5 minutes.
Well, that had to come out.
It had to come out. I mean, I guess there's a lot of people who just feel like you shouldn't do something once you get a certain age, but
That's so stupid.
Mr. Land left this thing in my chemistry packet. We have to write like a formal lab report, and you get like criticism back on it. That's the whole point of it, to be sure you know what you're doing, so that when you do get out and you have to start writing these reports, if you're working, in like the pharmaceutical or in labs or whatever, like you have to know what you're doing, and you can't sound like a redneck when you're doing it. And so like he put this quote, like I don't even remember exactly what it was, but it was like, the gist of it was, if you don't want criticism, you can do nothing or say nothing or make no moves, but at the end of the day, you will be nothing. You're going to be nothing. If you don't ever want to face failure, you will never be anything. You have to be willing to face failure to get anywhere in life. And not only facing failure, but when you fail, to keep going.
To avoid criticism, do nothing, say nothing, be nothing. By Elbert Hubbard.
I made it my Instagram story today because it was so profound to me. I come in from that to study, and I was like, you know what? I'm doing something. I am doing something. All right, you ready for dinner?
Yeah, I'm ready for something.
Let's go get dinner and come back and watch a movie. Does that sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Just looking at your phone.